let's get to our lineups here as we get set for our match here tonight. First off, for Sioux Falls, Washington, their head coach, Kelly Schroeder. Girls we expect to see on the floor tonight, Hannah Nesdahl, a senior. Finley Langenfeld, a senior. Ivy Friesman, a junior. Jersey Peterson, a sophomore. Megan McCloskey, a junior. Dana Harp, a senior. Emily Ackerman, a senior. Aubrielle Perry, a junior. Chloe Peterson, junior. And Jade Jerry, a junior. Huron Tigers head coach Josh Lane. Girls we expect on the floor tonight, Reagan Bischoff, 5'3" sophomore setter. Jency Gergen, 5'8" senior setter. Chloe Carr, 6-foot senior middle. Hilton Hines, 5'8" senior libero. Kaya Cheddar is a 5'7" junior right side. Kyle Lepesky, a 5'7" senior right side. Addie Knight is a 5'8" junior outside. Allie Davis, 5'7" senior outside. Arian Fitzer, a 5'9" freshman right side. Jaylee Olson, a 6-foot junior middle. And Ava Wambach, 5'4" junior defensive specialist. So those are the matchups here as we get set for volleyball here tonight. The JV match went 3 with Washington winning it 26-24, 15-25, 16-14. And Sioux Falls, Washington did win the sophomore match. Very tight one. Didn't get the first set score, but that went right down to the end, as did the second set with the Washington winning 25-23. That's your scoreboard update, courtesy of Seven Suns Heating and Air on 111 Dakota Avenue North in Huron. So getting set here for tonight. Huron with Washington tonight, then Lincoln at home Thursday, so a pair of Sioux Falls schools. And again, Huron, with their 2 wins in a row last week, had their best week of the season so far. Now after a couple of days of practice, can they keep momentum going here tonight against this Washington team? Always a perennial power, as I said at the top. This might be one of the more rebuilding years that Coach Schroeder has had as head coach of the Warriors. Sioux Falls, Washington wearing white tops with orange numbers. Huron wearing the gray or silver, I'm not sure what you're supposed to call it, with black numbers and letters, little black trim, a little orange trim on there as well. Getting the lineup checks and we'll be good to go. Pretty boisterous crowd doing Jersey night over there for Washington. They're in the midst of their homecoming week, and I think, again, anybody who's playing a home football game, well, maybe we're starting to be out of the homecomings here, but I know Washington has their homecoming here set for this coming Friday with football. So trying to get the lineup set. Now there's some sort of check they're trying to make with Huron. And they had Allie Davis and Addie Knight switch spots, and now we'll be ready to go. Looks like Huron will have the opening serve for this one. And it'll be Hilton Hines to get this match underway from Sioux Falls, Washington. Just about 7 o'clock here, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. But wait, now we have to have another officials huddle before we can get this match underway. Something as simple as a lineup check, but we're still talking about something. Now I think we are ready to go. Yabba dabba doo. Hilton Hines with the serve. Goes back row. Jade Jerry with the serve receive. Big hit up the middle and knocked down by Washington. That was Chloe Peterson with the first kill of the game. And it's 1-0 Washington. Now Washington will get the serve. It'll be Ivy Friesman with the serve for the Warriors. Puts it into the back row, played by Davis, bumped ahead by Gergen, free balled across by Knight. Washington can set it up, back set, here's the hit up the middle, and another kill. Washington getting it to their big hitters. That one, Dana Harp with the kill. And quickly a 2-0 lead for Washington. Again, Friesman on the serve for the Warriors. Serve received Davis. Gergen will set from the net. Back set, right side hit Fitzer, dug out by Friesman. Back set, right side, and they do pop it across, and then miss hit. Fitzer and Gergen kind of came together. That ends up being an error on Huron. 3-0. That was just inside that antenna. Kind of hard for the officials to call. Lean looks like he's mad about something. Might be about that pin call. Serve receive, pass ahead, and tipped into the net. Boy, Huron does not look sharp here in this first 4 points of the set, and Washington leading 4-0. Again on the serve, it's Ivy Friesman. Sends it back row. Davis handles that one. Gergen sets from the net. Across for Knight. Her hit. Dug out by libero Nesdal. Here's the tip across Washington. Dug out by Gergen. Washington gets control. Back set. Right side hit and goes long. Hitting air by Harp. And Huron on the board. It's 4-1 Washington. Ava Wambach in to serve and play back row for the Tigers as Fitzer comes off. See if Huron gets some offense going after falling behind early. Serve receive Harp. Set to the left, the hit back row, dug out by Hines. Set up ahead to Knight. She goes with the tip over the block into the campfire. Addie Knight gets Huron their first kill of the evening. It's 4-2. Washington and Wambach ready to serve. Goes to the corner, played by Harp. Ackerman will set to the left side. The hit, nice dig Davis from the net. Quick set across, there she is again. She is getting so good with that. Jency Gergen with that quick set. It was actually touched or it would have went out, but Jency Gergen with the quick set kill. And Huron within one and a chance to tie. Back set, right side with the tip, dug out by Davis. Set across, here comes Knight again, tipped at the net. Washington digs out, pass ahead. Here's the hit, right side. Harp finds the open spot in the back row. Washington gets one back. It's 5-3 Warriors. Kill number 2 for Dana Harp. It's spelled H-A-R-P-E, but Harp. Chloe Peterson will serve now for Washington, and that flies way long. First service error of the night. 5-4, Huron back within one. Serving for Huron now is Addison Knight. Goes back row, couple girls come together into the net. Washington can't make a play off it. That'll be an ace for Addie Knight, and we are tied at 5. Addie Knight served so well last week against Brookings. Well, now she delivers an early ace here tonight. Knight again with the serve to the corner. Serve receive Harp. Bumped ahead, back to Harper, hit left side. Wambach with the dig, saved off the net. Free ball by Huron. Washington, Ackerman. Gonna bump it ahead, Nesdal. Right side hit Harp and goes the line, goes wide right. And Huron has their first lead at 6-5. Addie Knight looks to keep momentum going for Huron. Knight delivers it to the corner. Harp on the serve receive. Set in the middle, slap back row. Huron digs it out with Hines. Davis from the middle drops it down. Dug out by Ackerman. Bumped by Nesdal. Hit left side. And Wambach on the reflex. Put over by Hines. Washington on the attack again. Kind of swatted. Tigers there. Quick set across by Gergen again. Washington comes together. Third hit. And that will be tipped at the net by Davis. Kill for Aubrielle Perry. We're tied at 6. Perry with her first kill for Washington. Now stepping back to serve for Washington is Megan McCloskey. I believe she'll take over setting duties for the Warriors as well. Serve receive Wambach. Back set for Carr. Her first swing right side goes long, hitting air. And Washington regains the lead at 7-6 in set 1. Again, we're just underway. And McCloskey serving, shanked in the back row by Knight. That'll be an ace for McCloskey. And Washington goes up 8-6. They're on a 3-0 run. We're in the first set, just underway here in Sioux Falls. McCloskey again with the serve. Back row played by Wambach. Set in the middle. Here's the hit by Carr, blocked, and Carr able to punch it through. Had Jersey Peterson in position, but Chloe just put a little spin on it perhaps, gets her first kill. Kaya Cheddar on for her serving specialist role. Goes to the corner, handled by Nesdal. Back set, Harp will punch it across right to Wambach. Set to the left. The tip blocked back at the net by Harp. Point back for Washington. It's 9-7 Warriors. Dana Harp with her third kill, first off a block. On to serve now for Washington is Dana Harp. Jade Jerry, the transfer from Yankton, checks in. Serve back row, Knight overpass. Washington can set it up. Here comes Jerry off that left side. Tigers get a block and it's punched through by Jerry. Washington goes up 10-7. Jade Jerry with her first kill. Washington's been aggressive. They've been attacking at the net, getting the big swings in. Harp serves. Wambach goes into the rafters, played by Hines. Third hit, free ball by Jaylee Olson, who's in the front row. Set, here's the slap down, dug out by Washington. Boy, it almost looked like one of the girls from Washington went over, but they're gonna give what? That looked like an over the net to me. But Washington gets the point, it's 11-7. Guess there's really no protest off the Huron bench as Harp serves again. Serve receive Wambach, set for Olson, her hit cross court. Oh, nice recovery by Harp, free ball to cross by Jerry. Oh, played by Knight. I think that might have went out if Knight hadn't played it. And Washington on a run, they're up 12-7. Huron's going to take a timeout. Timeout on the floor, Washington leading in set one, 12-7, timeout 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Check out the website at SportsKingPlus.net. King Plus is a proud sponsor of Huron Tiger Sports. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington, as the Warriors are on a run right now, 6-1. Actually 7-1 as they've taken a 5-point lead. Coach Lane has burned his first time out. Get things settled down. Washington still very tall across the net. They did not list the heights on the roster, but you can just see that, well, right now they have out there Jersey Peterson. She's got to be at least 6 foot. Harp is probably 5'11". There's a service error by Dana Harp. Huron finally breaks that run. Second service error on Washington. Huron back within 12-8. Jency Gergen to serve for Huron. Gergen will send it to the corner. Harp down to get it. Set from the middle. The hit by Peterson to the corner, and Washington back up by 5, 13-8. First kill of the night for Jersey Peterson. Now back in the front row, Chloe Peterson. And again, they all look 6 foot, as does Harp. Serve back row, serve receive Hines. Gergen with the back set. Right side hit Davis, shanked in the back row by Washington. McCloskey stuck a hand out. Allie Davis will get her first kill. Huron back within 4 at 13-9. Davis with the kill. Now she'll step back and serve for Huron. To the corner, Jade Jerry on serve receive. Here's the tip across by Peterson, and Huron can't dig it out. Campfire shot by Chloe Peterson. Picks up her second kill. Washington back up by 5, 14-9 in set one. Back in to serve and take over setting duties, Emily Ackerman for Washington. Serve back row, handled by Davis. Gergen with the set from the net. The hit by Fitzer was glanced off of Ackerman. Fitzer gets her first kill. 14-10. Huron hanging around. Got to get a little run going like Washington did early on. Hines serving, so Huron's made a complete rotation with Hilton serving for the second time. To the corner, Harp on serve receive. Ackerman sets. Jerry right side this time. Blocked at the net by Carr. Chloe Carr with the block kill brings Huron back within 3 at 14-11. Hines serving again as the Tigers. Down 3. Short serve this time. Kind of shanked. They get control of it, and Jerry will push it long. It all started with the serve. Washington got the 3 hits, but never looked completely in system, as we say. 14-12, Huron within 2. Hines again on the serve. Hilton sends it back row to Jerry. Ackerman sets. Here's the big hit by Peterson. Nice dig by Knight. Free ball to cross by Davis. Set by Ackerman to the left. The hit blocked by Olsen. Oh, just out. Or excuse me, Fitzer had the right idea. But it will be a kill for Washington, and Washington goes up 15-12. I believe that kill will go to Perry. That's who I'm giving it to. Serve across, serve received by Huron. Back set. Here's the tip across by Fitzer, dug out by Nesdal. Back set, right side hit Harp, cross court, dug out by Gergen. Pass ahead. Here comes the hit off the net. It was blocked at the net. Huron tried to dig it out. Chloe Peterson with the kill again on the block this time. And Washington up 4, 16-12 in set 1. Ivy Friesman serving. Serve received Knight. Set back. Backline attack for Davis. Nesdal there. Ackerman sets. Left side hit Peterson. Dug out into the net. Tigers play it off and get it across. Ackerman will back set. Right side for Harp. Dug out by Davis. Back set. Right side slapped down by Fitzer. Washington will come left side. Chloe Peterson blocked by Fitzer. Back set. Right side hit Harp. And that eats Davis up in the back row. Harp with the kill, and Washington back up by 5, 17-12. 4 kills now for Dana Harp. And Washington stretches that lead back up to 5. Friesman serving. Serve receive off the net. The big hit Fitzer and got it in. That time the quick set was there and Fitzer nailed it. Fitzer, her second kill, breaks the Washington run. Now Huron has to come up with a run of their own. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for the Tigers. Back row serve receive. Set to the left. Here comes Chloe Peterson. Blocked. Washington recovers. Pass ahead. Harp right side. Her hit got through the block. And that'll be another kill for Harp, and Washington back up 5, 18-13. Harp having a big first set. I have her for 5 kills. They have 4 on the scoreboard. Chloe Peterson serving for Sioux Falls, Washington. Sends it back row. Davis is there, set, and knocked back again by Washington. I think Gergen was trying to quick set, and it was just slapped back by Perry on the block. And Washington has their biggest lead of set 1, 19-13. Huron's going to take their final timeout here. Washington up 19-13 in set 1, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Casino sports injuries just on the sideline of the game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington. I'm Jeff Duffy. We're in set 1. Washington has built a 19-13 lead. Huron led once. That was at 6-5. Other than that, it's been catch-up ball for Huron. Huron now out of timeouts as Chloe Peterson set to serve for Sioux Falls, Washington. Serve back to the corner. Davis handles it. Gergen sets across for Knight. Her hit tipped into the middle and net call on Washington, but that would have been a donut call anyway for Knight. Point Huron. Huron back within 19-14 kill for Addie Knight. That's her second kill. Now she serves. Serve receive. Harp down to get it. Ackerman sets to the middle this time. Slapped out. Hitting air Washington. That was Jersey Peterson. 19-15 again. Huron within 4. Huron's just been in that old catch-up mode this entire set. Serve, Harp again handles it. Pass ahead. Here comes Harp with the head. Drills it, but wide left. Couple of hitting errors brings Huron back within 3 at 19-16. Addie Knight with the serve. Keep momentum going for Huron. Puts it back row down to get it. Nice play by Friesman. Washington gets it over. Back set. Here's Carr off the right side block. Dug off the net. Going to be bumped. Goes backwards and just a free ball by Knight. Gets it across. From the net, Ackerman. Here's the hit. Harp up the middle. Dug out by Hines. Set across. Left side. Hit by Davis. Nice dig by Nesdahl in the back row. Harp will free ball right to Wambach. Long volley here. Hit by Davis through the block. Allie Davis defeats the block. Huron again within 2 at 19-17. Allie Davis with her second kill. And Huron on a 3-0 run, trying to cut the gap more with the Addie Knight serve. Serve receive, Harp again. Quick set across, blocked back by Davis. Washington recovers. Here comes Harp with the tip through the block. Took something off it. I think that crossed up the block. Harp with the kill. Washington back up 3, 20-17. Well, Harp has been the main arm. 6 kills here in the first set for Washington. In to serve and take over setting duties, Megan McCloskey for the Warriors. Serve receive Knight, bumped ahead by Gergen. Davis will just free ball and into the net. Actually didn't even get in the net, it bounced under the net. 21-17, Washington inches the lead back to 4. Again, Huron is out of timeouts. Serve back row and goes long. A little limbo action by Addie Knight. It sailed over her head. Huron back within 3, 21-18. Third service error against the Warriors. Kaya Cheddar on to serve in her specialist role. Puts it back row down to get it. Nesdahl, here's the hit. Harp goes wide right. Washington making a lot of errors. Huron is capitalizing. Back within 2, 21-19. Again, Washington has both their timeouts in their pocket. Cheddar serving. Sails it back row to Harp. Set by McCloskey, off target, and never got that third hit off. Huron within 1, 21-20. Huron right now is on a 6-2 run. And a chance to tie here with Knight. Now a timeout by Washington, kind of a late timeout. Knight was ready to serve. Timeout Washington, they lead by 1 in set 1. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Fast, easy, no pressure at all changes. Use them with the no cut you need. See what the 1159 clean out the wall. Get out of the car, 2x2, guys, taking time. Adams Quick Lube also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Both in your own and open at 10 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family vehicle with Adams Quick Lube. 1159 Clean Avenue North, Adams Quick Lube is proud sponsor of Tiger Sports. You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Welcome back to Washington. Huron making another run. Again, Huron's only led once in this thing. That was at 6-5. Now they're back within 1, 21-20. Biggest lead for Washington was 19-13. So actually this run is 7-2 by Huron. A chance to tie here off the Washington timeout. Schroeder still has 1 timeout in his pocket there on that Washington bench. Huron is out of timeouts, but right now just trying to ride the serving of Cheddar. Puts it across. Nesdahl there. Set to the right. The tip goes out. Washington making a lot of errors. That time Finley Langenfeld was off the mark, and Huron has come back to tie it at 21, trailed 19-13. A chance for the lead. Cheddar, back row Nesdal. Set by McCloskey, the tip, and perfectly placed. What a play, Jersey Peterson. Huron was going up thinking of the big swing, and Peterson just did a little tip, found a wide open spot, her second kill. Washington regains the lead, 22-21. Dana Harp now rotates back row. She'll serve for the Warriors. Jerry into the front row for the Warriors. Serve receive Hines, bumped ahead Gergen. Here's Olsen off the right side, pops it back row. McCloskey sets, Jerry with the big hit, blocked at the net. Jaylee Olsen stuffs it. We're tied at 22. Jaylee Olsen, her first kill of the night. Huron again, a chance for the lead. The race to 25 is on, tied at 22. Floating serve by Gergen. Jerry handles it. Set from the middle. Big hit. Dug out and into the rafters. Huron stays with it. Free ball to cross by Knight. Set. The tip goes way, or did it go out? Yes, it did. Huron leads 23-22. Washington has just been trying to be a little too finite there, and instead of attacking, they just tried to place it. Went wide left again. Washington's had a ton of errors in this set. Huron leads by 1. Serve receive Jerry. Set back to her. Left hit blocked again by Olsen, and they call Olsen in the net. We're tied at 23. Olsen did not think she was in there. That's one call that I have a hard time seeing. We're tied at 23. Nesdal, the libero, serving. Serve receive Knight. Gergen back sets. Here's the tip by Davis, and nobody made a move for the ball. Davis gets the kill on a campfire shot. Huron's at set point, 24-23. Third kill for Allie Davis. Davis with the serve. Back row serve receive Harp. Back set, right side hit, cross court. Gergen trouble with it. Saved by Davis off the rafter. We're not used to the low ceiling, and when we play at the arena, when off the rafter, nobody could make a recovery to that. We're tied at 24. We'll go extra volleyball here in set 1. Tied at 24. Ackerman back in serving, and she'll set for Washington. Serve, receive, back set. Olsen with the hit. Dug out by Harp. Ackerman sets for Jerry. Her hit. Nice dig by Davis, but nobody can get over to it. And now Washington at set point, 25-24. Jade Jerry with her third kill. Ackerman serving for Washington. Send it back row, serve, receive Hines. Set for Knight. Her hit, slaps it up the middle. Nesdal there. Here's the hit up the middle, Peterson. Nice dig by Davis. Hit across by Fitzer. Dug out by Ackerman. Bumped ahead Nesdal. Right side hit. Cross court and drops it in front of Gergen. Perry able to get the set winning kill, and Washington survives that first set. 26-24. Washington takes set 1. Up 1 set to none. Timeout 2 minutes, then we return here to Washington. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Carry out for fast delivery. And for delivery or carry out, you can call it 352-6925. Not sure what to order from the realistic menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's today. Featuring a variety of pizza slices, crispy chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. We're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. The Wilsons have 795, Center Pushing in Huron. Now Salvage Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925. The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant sleep screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgageandbasin.com or call 352-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and the Huron area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today. Shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market. Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Welcome back to Washington. We're in set two, or ready to start set two. Washington takes the first set, 26-24. On your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update, Harrisburg up 2-0 on Roosevelt, 25-14. Jefferson up 1-0 on Yankton, 25-20. And Dakota Valley and Brandon Valley are just underway, so not a lot of scores to report at this point. In set one, or getting ready for set two, Huron had their chance. They were at set point, could not convert, and then Washington scores the final 3 points to get the 26-24 win in set one. So we head to set number two. And Washington, I believe, will get the opening serve here with set two. Huron trailed most of that set, did have one lead early and 2 leads late. So pretty toe-to-toe here to start this first set. See, Huron has some bounce back. Ackerman will serve as we begin our second set. Serve receive Davis, back set, right side for Fitzer, cross court goes long. Hitting air Huron, and Washington a 1-0 lead to open up set number two. Ackerman again prepares for the serve. Back row serve receive Davis. Gergen sets up the middle. Carr has it blocked, dug out by Knight. Gergen sets back to Knight, her hit. Up the middle, Nesdahl sprawls, gets to it, third hit. Free balled by Washington. Gergen sets, here's Knight, kind of a flat-footed hit, but she did get it across. Jerry off the left side, drills it. Nice dig by Gergen. Free ball to cross, right up the middle. Davis just tipped it over, and 3 Washington girls looked at each other. Allie Davis gets the easiest kill she'll ever get. 4 kills for Allie, and we're tied at 1 in set number 2. Ava Wambach to serve and play back row for Huron. Back row, serve, receive, Harp. Set in the middle, hit by Peterson, blocked by Carr. Huron gets control. Left side hit. Knight goes too long. Was there a touch? There was not. 2-1, Washington. Ivy Friesman in for Washington. She'll serve for the Warriors. Floats it back row, played by Davis, set for Knight off that left side, through the block, dug out by Ackerman. Set ahead, there's the big hit down the middle by Washington. They'll go up 3-1 as Perry gets the kill. Abrielle Perry picks up her 5th kill, first of this set. And it's Friesman serving. Serve received by Hines. Back set for Carr. She just has to free ball it over the block. Put up, goes up in the rafters. Ackerman stays with it. And the hit goes long by Perry. Hitting air gets Huron back within 3-2. Now Addison Knight prepares to serve for Huron. Knight sails it to the corner, goes wide left, service error. Washington goes up 4-2. That is the first service error tonight for Huron. Washington had 3 in that first set. Now Chloe Peterson on the serve for Washington, and it's an ace as Wambach and Knight kind of looked at each other. An ace for Chloe Peterson. And we get a sub as Camden Fuchs will come in to play some back row for the Huron Tigers. Washington up early in set 2, 5-2. Peterson serving. Serve receive Wambach. Quick set across. There she is again. Gergen getting so good. So tricky with that quick set kill. Gets another one there. 5-3. Jency, her second kill. The sleight of hand of the setter, I always call it. Shetter to serve. Gets it across. Set in the middle. The hit off the top of the net. Dug out by Huron. Free ball by Davis. Just got it across. Ackerman sets. Right side hit. Harp and Shetter shanks it into the back wall. Kill for Harp. And the lead goes 6-3 in favor of Washington. On to serve for Washington now is Megan McCloskey. She'll take over setting duties for the Warriors. Up 6-3. Back row, serve, receive, Fuchs. Set ahead, here's Davis, left side, pops it in the middle, dug out by Washington. Back set for Harp, her hit, Tigers get a block. Washington gets control again, quick set across, and that time it's Washington's turn with Megan McCloskey to get the quick set kill. Her first kill. And Washington up 7-3, and again, Huron in catch-up mode as they were the entire first set. McCloskey again to serve. Serve receive by Fuchs. Here's the set. The hit by Davis, back row. Friesman there. Bumped ahead, Nesdahl hit left side. Blocked at the net by Olsen. The swing by Langenfeld, and Jaylee Olsen swatted it back for the block. Second kill for Jaylee. Both have come on the block kill. Huron within 3. Gergen serving now for Huron. Gergen floats a short one. Harp up to get it. McCloskey sets up the middle, blocked at the net, slap back, and a legal hit gonna go on Harp. Harp kind of waved her hand at the official. She's got to be careful on something like that. 7-5, Huron within 2. Serve across, back row, Harp. Set to the left, Langenfeld with the hit. Dug out by Davis. Davis will just have to free ball. Block. Davis digs it out. Gergen back sets. Right side for Fitzer. Tips, and it went off the antenna. Who was it? Okay, it was blocked and then went off the antenna by Washington. So Fitzer with the kill, and Huron within 1. 7-6. Third kill for Arian Fitzer, our 9th grader. Gergen again prepares for the serve. Serve receive, back row. Nesdahl, the tip, and boy, that was about caught and thrown. They call it in, but my goodness. Jersey Peterson pretty much caught it and threw it. 8-6. Washington back up by 2. Serve across and shanked. Harp will get the ace, and Washington back up 3, 9-6. Ace by Dana Harp. And again, Washington inches that lead back up. Back row and shanked in the back row by Davis. Another ace for Harp, and Washington goes up 10-6. Harp, a pair of aces in this rotation, and Huron wants a timeout. Timeout Huron, 10-6, Washington leading. We'll take a timeout of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Washington. Huron trails 10-6 in set 2. Washington took the first set an extra 26-24. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Huron making some mental mistakes here in the second set, so Lean uses his first time out here. See if they get momentum back on their side. And Dana Harp, who's had a nice rotation here serving, will do so again for the Washington Warriors. Serve receive Davis, shanks it again, another ace for Harp. 11-6. Washington, 3 aces in this rotation for Dana Harp. Harp again with the serve. Got to break this somehow. Serve receive Fuchs. Back set. The tip across by Olsen. Dug out. Jerry. No, it'll be Nesdahl with the hit. Back set. Right side hit. Fitzer popped into the air. Nesdahl with the dig. Set in the middle, and the hit goes way long. Hitting air by Jersey Peterson. Finally breaks that run by Washington. And Huron back within 4, 11-7. Knight into the front row for Huron, serving Allie Davis. And serve receive back row by Washington, back set. Here's the hit right side by Langenfeld. Tigers dig it out, get it across, third hit with Gergen. Set in the middle of the hit. This one goes long. Was there a touch? There was not. Huron back within 3, 11-8. Hitting air again by Jersey Peterson. So Huron again, inching closer, down 3. Davis serves. Serve receive Nesdahl. Jerry on the left side, hits cross court and caught Huron frozen. Peterson, or Jerry, excuse me, gets Washington a 4-point lead again at 12-8. Fourth kill for Jade Jerry. Now it's Nesdahl. Well, she was going to serve, but there was a whistle while she was serving, and I'm not sure what the deal was there. But it is a service error on Nesdahl. We'll take it. 12-9. Washington's lead cut to 3. Hines serving for Huron. Serve receive Jerry. Here's the set in the middle for Chloe Peterson. Nice dig Davis. Knight goes up, drops it to the corner. Dug out by Harp. Here comes Jerry, leans into it. Tigers get a block on it. Gergen back sets. Right side Fitzer across court. Dug out by McCloskey. Right side hit Langenfeld. Dug out by Hines. Here comes Fitzer. She'll just tap it back row. McCloskey back sets. Right side Langenfeld. Gergen with the dig. And just going to be a free ball by Hines. McCloskey with the quick set. Nice dig by Gergen on the third hit, though nobody went to it. What a great dig by Gergen, but then nobody went to it. And Washington goes back up by 4 at 13-9. Megan McCloskey gets her second kill. Now she leaves as Ackerman in to serve and set for Washington. Serve receive Davis, and nice save by Knight. Free ball across by Gergen. Ackerman sets from the net. The hit by Peterson off the leg of Davis. Washington goes up by 5, 14-9. Chloe Peterson picks up her fourth kill. And Ackerman to serve as Washington building a second set lead. Serve receive Davis. Gergen sets across. Here's the hit by Knight up the middle. Nesdahl digs it out. Backline attack for Harp goes out wide left. Huron gets one back. It's 14-10 Washington. Saw Kyla Pesky was in there playing front row. Didn't notice that at the time. She rotates out now as Wambach in to serve and play back row. Shanked in the back row, an ace for Wambach as Harp could not handle it. Wambach with the ace. I believe that's just the second of the night for Huron. Serve receive, back row Washington. In the middle, Peterson blocked back by Carr. Washington stays with it, hit again, blocked at the net. Carr again, and this time stuffs it. Chloe Carr blocking well tonight. And Huron back within 2 at 14-12. Wambach serving into the net, service error. Washington extends the lead back to 15-12. Second service error this set and for the match for Huron. Ivy Friesman on to serve and play back row now for Washington. Serve receive, Hines goes down to get it, set for Knight off the left side, back row, Friesman there. Set by Ackerman, hit left side and pushed out. And boy, Washington doing as much pushing and throwing as they are hitting. That one out by Perry. Huron within 2, 15-13, Knight serving for the Tigers. And Huron just keeps hanging around. Ackerman sets, back set, right side hit Peterson, blocked by Davis. Washington keeps control. Perry with the hit, down to get it is Wambach, set for Davis. Her hit into the back row for the kill. Huron within 1, 15-14. Huron set it up perfectly, and Allie Davis picks up her 5th kill. Huron within 1, a chance to tie as Addie Knight prepares to serve for the Tigers. Knight back row, Harp on serve receive. Set to the left, the hit, and that one eats up Wambach in the back row. That'll be a kill for Perry. Gabrielle Perry with her 6th kill. And Washington back up by 2, 16-14 in set 2. They're up 1-0. Chloe Peterson serving for Washington. Serve receive. Knight back set for Carr. Her hit into the net, or was it? Oh, okay, it was blocked. I thought it hit the net, so a kill for Carr. Huron again within 1, 16-15. So it was evidently blocked by Washington, probably Jersey Peterson. But I thought it just hit net. 4th kill for Chloe Carr. Cheddar on to serve for Huron. Back row, Friesman, not a great pass off the net. That's an ace for Cheddar. We are tied at 16. Ace for Kaya Cheddar. Huron, I don't believe, has led here in set 2. Have a chance to do so here. Sell it in the back row, Friesman. Ackerman sets the hit, dug out by Knight, and overpass by Huron. Huron keeps it off the floor. Wambach, boy, some great reaction by Huron. Set, here's the tip by Harp. Wambach digs it out. Pass ahead for Davis. Her hit, floats it over. And overpass, slap back by Davis, but dug out by Friesman. Long volley, tipped over by Perry. Long volley, both teams had their chances, but Perry finishes it and puts Washington back up 17-16. A lot of ricochet back and forth. This guy couldn't keep up. I'm older now, you know. So Washington up 17-16 in set 2. McCloskey on to a serve, and she'll take over setting duties for Washington. Off the top of the net, nice reaction by Davis. Overpass, Wambach keeps it off the floor. 3rd hit, Hines gets it across. Washington on the attack again. Right side, Harp elevates, drills it straight down. No, a net call on Washington. Harp hit the net on her foul through. We're tied at 17. Gergen serving and has a chance to give Huron the lead for the first time here in the set. Float it back row. Serve receive Harp, set it across left side. The hit, and through the block. Finley Langenfeld defeated the block to get her first kill. Huron can't quite get that lead. Washington up 18-17. Jerry now checks into the front row as Harp steps back to serve for Washington. She had a nice run of serving last time she rotated. Not this time, into the net. Service error. We're tied again at 18. Washington, that's their second service error this set. They have 5 total. Served by Davis. Serve receive, back row Nesdal to the right side. Here's the hit by Jerry, and somebody got into the net. I think it was Pesky. She's kind of pointing at herself. Washington back up 19-18. So Kyla Pesky getting some front row action now. Serving is Nesdal, and Huron lets it go. It drops in for an ace, and Washington up 20-18. Nesdal with the ace, and Lean's going to burn his second and final timeout here. Timeout Huron trailing 20-18 in set 2, down 1 set to none. Timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Here with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest Huron.
Looking for a personalized and fairly special solution? Sweatshirts, mittens, and skins, including cloth and clothes. Now it's time for a design of beauty sports.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Huron trying to do the little engine that could thing here. They have never led here in the second set, but just don't go away either. But now Lean is out of timeouts. Got to break the serve here first of Nesdal and then get a rally going yourself. Washington still has both their timeouts left. Nesdal serving. Serve receive, kind of shank. Gergen keeps it alive, free balled by Hines. Here's the set. Across, here's Jerry off the left side. Tigers got a block on it, bumped ahead by Gergen. Knight will come with the left side, blocked at the net, dug out by Nesdal. Back set, right side this time. Tigers with the block. Addie Knight stuffed it back. Huron back within 120-19. Knight picks up her third kill, her first off a block. Now Hilton Hines serving with Huron a chance to tie it again. Hines back row, serve, receive, Harp. Quick set across by McCloskey, right to Gergen. Set, here's the hit by Pesky. Harp has trouble with it, can't get it. Pesky with the kill, hit the cross-court shot right to left. We are tied at 20 on Kyla Pesky's kill. Now Washington's gonna take a timeout. Timeout, Washington tied at 20, set 2, timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJZ, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Couple points in a row by Huron. We're tied at 20. The race to 25 is on. This match has been tight here through 1 and not quite 2 sets. Again, Washington took the first set 26-24, although Huron did have a set point there at the end. On the serve, Hines, and off the rafter, and Huron takes their first lead of the set, 21-20. Hines gets an ace on the serve receiver, went straight up in the air, went off the rafter. Nobody could make a play, and Huron leads 21-20. Hines serves. Serve receive, Harp. Set off to the right. Langenfeld will just tip it across. Bumped by Gergen. Here's the hit, right side Knight. Dug out by Nesdal. McCloskey sets. Jerry hits off the antenna. Huron up 22-20. Huron has put together a 4-0 run, lead 22-20 in set 2, trying to even this up. Hines on the serve. Goes long, service error. Washington gets one back, it's 22-21. Third service error this set on Huron after having a clean first set. Ackerman in, she'll serve and set for Washington. Huron with the 1-point lead. Serve back row, Davis plays it, set to the right, Pesky will hit, drop it in the middle, Nesdal there. Jerry will swing, tip it to the corner. We're tied at 22. Jade Jerry has 5 kills, now tied at 22. Fitzer now going to check in for Pesky in the front row as Ackerman awaits the serve for Washington. Tied at 22. Serve received Davis. Quick set across Gergen, and Nesdal got there. Huron on the attack again. Set for Knight. Her hit left side goes long. Was there a touch? Yes! Kill for Knight. Touch on the block by Washington. Huron goes up 23-22. Addie Knight has 4 kills, 2 in each set. Ava Wambach serving with Huron up 23-22 in set 2. Ava puts it back row to Harp. Bumped ahead Ackerman. Right side hit, dug out by Davis. We have a net call on Huron. We're tied at 23. Now Friesman comes in to serve, and she'll play back row for the Warriors. Tied at 23 in set 2. The first set went extra with Washington winning 26-24. Friesman puts it back row. Hines overpass. Washington will set it up. Back set, right side hit. Harp through the Huron block. And Washington, which way? Okay, it is Washington's point. They pointed Huron originally, but that is a kill for Harp. And Washington at set point, 24-23. Serve receive, bump ahead. Backline attack Davis, dug out by Nesdal, chased down by Harp. Free ball by Friesman. Huron can set it up. Gergen from the net. Back sets Carr. Her hit. Dug out by Friesman. Saved by Ackerman. Tipped across by Harp. Gergen sets across. Here comes Knight. Drills it in front of the back row. Addie Knight ties it at 24. For a second set, we will play extra. Addie Knight with 5 kills. And Knight steps back to serve. Knight floats it back row. Friesman plays it. Ackerman comes out to get it. Right side hit. Tigers got a block on it. Dug out by Hines. Set for Davis. Her hit left side. Ackerman, Friesman, right side, and blocked at the net by Carr. Here comes Washington again. Left side hit down the line. Wambach there. Davis will hit. Back row too long. No touch, no touch. And again, Washington at set point, 25-24. Chloe Peterson to serve for Washington at set point. Serve, Wambach. Here's the quick set across, and dug out by Peterson. Huron again, this time for Davis. Her hit blocked back, and Huron can't dig it out. Blocked at the net by Washington. I didn't see who blocked it, but Washington a second 26-24 win, and the Warriors up 2-0. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes, then back here with set 3, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Huron, the August Blizzard event is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite Blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop at the only one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron. Are your guests performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they they need, but the experienced team consultants of Dakota Wing team help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a fan's life, the team consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, movement, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Oka and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. 1919 Whitney brewed in 12 ounces with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. Their unique recipe and choice ingredients make 1919 root beer the creamiest, full-body draft root beer available. Pick up 1919 root beer, distributed by Elwine Brothers, at your favorite convenience store or grocery store in Huron. Elwine Brothers wishes the Huron Tigers the best of luck. Go Tigers! You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJD.
Welcome back to Washington. This is as tight of a volleyball match as you can get. Washington, though, up 2-0 on a pair of 26-24 wins. Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Boys soccer. Pierre defeated Huron 2-0 today. And Jackson Andrew, I believe, had 3 saves in goal for Huron. Volleyball updates. Washington leads Yankton 2-0, 25-20-14. Harrisburg has swept Roosevelt 25-14, 14-19. Watertown up on Brookings 25-18, 1-0. Mitchell up on Lincoln 1-0, 25-23. Brandon Valley up on Dakota Valley 1-0, 27-25. And that is your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Give them a call, 605-352-5316. Well, this has been competitive, to say the least. A pair of 26-24 wins for Washington, and Huron had a set point in both sets, were unable to convert. Now we go to set 3, and Huron serving with Hilton Hines. Serve received by Harp. Back set for Jerry, right side. Tigers get a block on a nice sprawling dig by Hines. Hit across by Fitzer to Harp. Ackerman off the net, tipped up in the air, third hit. And the tip, was it blocked? Yep, tipped at the net, kill for Knight. And Huron has the lead for the first time tonight to start a set on the kill by Addie Knight. Serve by Hines, serve received Jerry. Back set to her, Jade with the hit and punches it through the block of Huron. It's going to be, Huron gets the point. I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll take it. It looked like Jerry just tipped it. Maybe it hit off the antenna. That's the only thing I can think of, because it went off Huron's block and went out of bounds. Serve received, Nesdahl back row. Ackerman sets the tip across. Nice dig by Gergen, third hit. We can't get it across. Chloe Peterson will get the kill on that one. That's her 5th kill. 2-1 lead Huron in set 3. Washington up 2-0. Ivy Friesman to serve. Serve received Knight. Tipped and punched across by Carr. Washington scrambling. Harp will get it across right to Hines. Back set, right side. Fitzer with the hit. Tipped at the net and rolls over. Fitzer with the kill. Huron up 3-1. Arian Fitzer with her 4th kill. And on to serve now, Ava Wambach, as she's in and will take over back row duties as well. Little break here as we wipe some sweat off the floor. Now Wambach is ready for the serve. Into the net service error. Washington within 3-2. Fourth service error on Huron. They had 3 in the second set, none in the first. Now it's Chloe Peterson serving for Washington. And serve receive, and did it fall in? It did. Allie Davis played it pretty much in self-defense. It went on, it kind of was a double hit off her forearm and then off her chin and then fell in. That's a kill for Allie. 4-2 Huron. You won't see that happen very often. Ackerman on the set, back set, right side hit. Washington, Tigers dig it out. Set across, Davis with the hit, block, dug out by Hines. Gergen with the quick set. Oh, nice save by Nesdal. Hit by Washington and finds the corner. Now the kill goes to Perry, but Nesdal made about as sweet of a dig as you're ever going to see. That pulls Washington within 4-3. That was the proverbial pancake to keep Gergen's quick set off the floor. McCloskey on to serve and set for Washington. Into the net service error. Huron back up by 2, 5-3. First service error this set for Washington. They have 6 total. Olsen into the front row for Huron, and Kaya Cheddar to serve for the Tigers. Floater back row. Nesdal stays with it. Set by McCloskey. The two-end tip by Langenfeld. Tigers there. Quick set across by Gergen. Friesman chases it down. Bump for Harp. Her hit off the block. Dug out by Cheddar. Set across for Davis. Her hit. Blocked at the net. Tigers keep it alive. Wambach gets it across. Here's the attack. Quick set by McCloskey. Wambach there. Set for Davis. Her tip. Dug out nicely by Friesman. And they get it across. Gergen back sets. Olsen with the hit. Blocked. Dug out by Gergen. Set by Olsen. Free balled across by Davis. Nesdal there. McCloskey sets. The hit off the left side. Top of the net. Dug out by Davis. Quick set by Gergen. Oh, they got it back across. Set for Davis. Her hit left side and finds the open spot in the corner. Long volley. Huron scores. It's 6-3. Allie Davis now with 7 kills, 2 in this set. Huron with their biggest lead of the night, 3 points at 6-3. Kaya Cheddar serving for Huron. 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, KIJV, AM/FM Huron. Serve receive Friesman. Set in the middle, the hit, blocked at the net. Olsen, Washington recovers. Langenfeld left side, dug out by Knight, overpass, and kept off the floor. And is this the 4th hit? It is. Tigers did a great job of scrambling, but ran out of time. Washington pulls within 2, 6-4. Boy, these teams have been going toe-to-toe. We've had a lot of hustle plays. It's just been fun volleyball tonight. A little funner if we weren't down 2-0, but it's as close as it could be. Funner a word, it is tonight. Serve, receive, Knight. Set in the middle. Olsen with the tip. Jerry digs it out. Set up the middle. The tip back row, Wambach. Gergen sets, quick sets, dug out, overpass, tip back by Davis. Washington was ready. Here's Jerry on the left side, blocked at the net by Huron. Back set, right side, Langenfeld, blocked again. No, 4-hit attack. Was not blocked, it hit the net. And Huron back up 3 at 7-4. Fitzer into the front row for Huron as Wambach comes off, and Jency Gergen to serve for Huron. Gergen floats it to the corner. Jerry down to get it. Back set, right side, the tip Langenfeld, dug out by Olsen, bumped ahead for Davis. Her hit, back row, just long. Washington let it go, and it was out, but a little closer than what Washington might have liked for comfort. 7-5, Washington back within 2. Chloe Peterson in the front row, and Hannah Nesdal serving. Serve, receive, Knight. Set by Davis, free ball by Gergen to the corner. Harp goes over to get it. Left side blocked, but off the antenna. That'll be a kill for Jerry. It was blocked by Olsen and or Fitzer. Jade Jerry picks up her 6th kill. Washington within 1 at 7-6. Serve, receive, Davis, and that's an ace as Davis kind of took after that one in self-defense. We're tied at 7. Nesdahl with her second ace of the night. Now we're here where Washington hasn't had a lead, but has a chance to do so here. Serve receive Knight. Gergen sets for Davis, left side and off of McCloskey. Davis answers for Huron. Huron back up 8-7. Allie Davis picks up her 7th kill, 8th kill. Davis steps back to serve now for Huron. And drops it in for the ace. Harp and Nesdahl came together. Nobody made a play on it. An ace for Allie Davis, 9-7. Huron goes up by 2. Serve across, serve received by Harp. Back set, right side, Langenfeld. Blocked at the net. There's Knight with the block. Huron again up by 3, 10-7. Addie Knight with the block kill. She has 7 kills total. That's her second off a block. Davis serves. Serve receive. Jerry goes down to get it. Set back to her. Jerry with the hit. Left side. Dug out by Gergen. Knight keeps it alive. Free balled by Hines. From the net, McCloskey back sets for Langenfeld. Her hit. Cross court. Drops in. Washington back within 2. 10-8. As Finley Langenfeld picks up her second kill. She's one of the girls, from what I understand, that's got a little extra time now, varsity, once they went to the 6-2 from the 5-1. Serve receive Davis. Gergen will set. Right side, Olsen goes back row off the rafter, and that'll be a kill for Olsen. It was shanked straight up by Harp. Huron back up 3, 11-8. Jaylee Olsen has 3 kills, 1 in each set. Hines serving for Huron. Serve receive Jerry goes backwards. Tracked down by Nesdahl, free balled by Harp. From the net, Gergen can set, back set, right side Fitzer. Harp digs it out. Set to the left for Perry. Tigers dig that one out. Quick set by Gergen. Harp is there, right side this time for Jerry, and got it in on the back line. Might have been tipped by Huron too, but that I'm right on that line, and it did indeed fall inside. 11-9. Washington back within 2. Kill number 7 for Jerry. Serving now for Washington is Ivy Friesman, who she'll play some back row. Gergen sets for Fitzer, tips. Right to Ackerman, bumped ahead Nesdahl. Harp off the right side, slaps it back row. Gergen sets across for Knight. She'll go to the corner. Friesman, a nice dig, and will be free balled by Washington. Gergen sets from the middle. Carr with the swing and blocked at the net by Peterson. Huron couldn't dig it out. And again, Washington within 1, 11-10 block kill for Chloe Peterson. She's got 6 kills total. Friesman again with the serve as Pesky checks in for Fitzer in the front row. Serve back row, serve receive Hines. Gergen sets to the left. There's Knight with the hit, cross court, and Nesdahl puts it into the stands. Addie Knight gets Huron back up top by 2, 12-10. Knight now with 8 kills. 12-10, Huron leading. In set 3, Washington up 2 sets to none. They both went 26-24. Wambach serves, back row. Played by Nesdahl, left side hit by Perry, and open spot in the back row as Hines and Davis kind of looked at each other. Perry with the kill. That'll be her 9th. And again, Washington within 12-11. Now Chloe Peterson back to serve. Jersey Peterson in the front row. Set, quick set across by Gergen. Washington was there. Left side hit. Perry finds the spot in the back row, and we're tied at 12. Perry, I have her for 10 kills. She's had a solid night in that front row for Washington. Chloe Peterson serving as Washington looks for their first lead in set 3. Serve receive Davis. Gergen will set it across for Knight. Dug out back row Friesman, keep it alive. Harp with the hit through the block, and Washington has their first lead at 13-12 as Harp gets the kill, her first kill in this set. 9th overall. Chloe Peterson serves. Davis on serve receive. Set in the middle. Carr tips right over the block. Nobody home. Chloe Carr, nice touch on the tip. We're tied at 13. Chloe Carr with her 5th kill. And Addison Knight to serve now for Huron. Send it back row. Serve receive Friesman. Ackerman sets it to the left side. Harp with the hit. Dug out by Hines. Davis off the left side. Blocked but out. Davis with the kill. Huron regains the lead at 14-13. Allie Davis having a nice evening as well. Her 4th kill in this set, and she has 9 total. 14-13 Huron. Knight with the serve. Harp handles it right back to Dana. She'll tip and drop it right in front of Wambach. She kind of hit it on the way down, but Harp another kill. We're tied at 14. Kill number 10 for Dana Harp. They have 9 on the scoreboard. McCloskey to serve and set for Washington. She's back on the floor. Serve receive. Wambach goes down to get it, and it came right at her feet. She got her hands on it, but no direction. The ace for McCloskey, her 2nd of the night, and Washington up 15-14 in set 3. Serve back row, and Knight shanks it. That'll be another ace for McCloskey, and Washington has their biggest lead of this set, 16-14. Huron takes a timeout. Washington up 16-14 in set 3, up 2-0. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. Norton Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. These fitness classes are led by the Norton Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Norton Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJV are your home for Huron Tiger Sports.
Certainly competitive volleyball tonight. Washington up 2-0, but both those sets went 26-24, and Huron had a set point in both, but failed to convert. Now Huron leading all the way here for the most part in set 3, but now find themselves trailing 16-14, and Coach Lean uses his first timeout. And McCloskey, who has a pair of aces in this rotation, serving for Washington, and serves long. Service error. That is the 2nd service error this set on Washington, and they have 7 total. Huron back within 1, 16-15. Kaya Cheddar serving for Huron. This is the one rotation where Hilton Hines on the bench as a libero. Serve receive Friesman, bumped ahead, overpass, hit back by Davis. It wasn't a good pass on the serve receive. The second hit went over the net, and Allie just took a big swing, and we're tied at 16. Allie Davis has 5 kills this set, 10 total. Cheddar serving. To the corner, serve receive Friesman. Set in the middle, slapped over by Peterson. Tigers control. Here's the tip by Davis, and an illegal hit going to go on Peterson. It came off one blocker, then kind of almost went right into her hands. And here on a 3-0 run to lead 17-16. Another kill for Allie Davis on the tip this time. Serve by Cheddar, serve receive, back row Nesdahl. Left side, the hit. Langenfeld powers it through the block. We're tied at 17. Finley Langenfeld with her 3rd kill. And now Hines back on the floor to play libero, and Harp to serve for Washington. Jerry back into the front row for the Warriors. Tied at 17. Floater to Knight. Overpass and knocked over by Jerry. Jerry knocked it back on the overpass, blocked by Gergen, but went out of bounds. Jerry will get the kill. 18-17, Washington up by 1. Jerry with 8 kills. Serve by Harp. Serve receive Knight. Here's the back set. Right side Olson up the middle. Nobody home. Jaylee Olson ties it at 18. Olson with 4 kills. Her second of this set. And we're tied at 18. Gergen serving for Huron. Back row, serve, receive, Harp. Set across for Jerry, her big swing, and Huron in the net. I saw somebody in the net. I thought it was Jerry on the swing through, but Washington takes a 19-18 lead. Nesdal serving for the Warriors. Again, another tight set, but can Huron make the plays to pull it out? Serve receive, shanked by Knight. It went off the top of the net, and then just disrupted the timing. Nesdal with the ace. She has 3 tonight. 20-18. Washington up by 2. Fitzer back in for Huron. Serve receive, Knight. Set across for Davis, her hit. Nice dig by Harp. And Jerry will hit, blocked at the net by Fitzer, and Huron will get the point. Not sure what the officials are pointing at each other, but Fitzer will get the kill. Huron within 1 at 20-19. It's kind of odd because it was kicked and then came under the net to Huron. McCloskey back sets for Langenfeld. And the block at the net by the Tigers. Knight with the block. We're tied at 20. The race to 25 is on. Addie Knight with the block kill. She's got 9 kills total. I have her with 3 blocks total. Serve receive Hart. Bumped ahead by Jerry. Langenfeld right side tips it over the block. Set across. Here comes Knight with the hit. Cross court wide right. And Washington up 21-20 on the Huron air. Now Ackerman in. She will serve and set for Washington. And Perry into the front row for the Warriors. 21-20, Washington leading in set 3. Off the top of the net, it's an ace. And again, there's nothing you can do on that on serve receive when it catches all of the net and rolls over. Huron takes a timeout as Washington is up 22-20, trying to close it out. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
Jay Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. We changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance can mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at Washington, Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Watertown and Brookings are tied at a set apiece. 25-18 Watertown, 25-23 Brookings. Sioux Falls Jefferson a sweep of Yankton. Harrisburg a sweep of Roosevelt. Lincoln and Mitchell are tied at 1 set apiece. That's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. Huron out of timeouts. 22-20 Washington. Serve receive by Hines. Here's the hit. Olson popped up in the air. Washington gets control. Jerry off the left side into the net. Hitting air Washington. Huron gets one back. It's 22-21. Now Schroeder has both his timeouts on that Washington bench if needed. Huron back within 1. Hilton Hines serving. Hines back row. Jerry on serve receive. Back set 2. Jade. She'll hit through the block. Dug out by Davis. Right side hit. Fitzer blocked. Knight. Now the set back to Addie. Her hit. Blocked by Jerry. Dug out. Back set. Here comes Knight again. Goes over the block and right to Nesdal. To the right side. There's the hit. Perry down the line. Gergen. Nice save by Davis. Punched across. Nope. They're going to call an illegal hit on Hines. Double hit. And Washington 2 points away at 23-21. Friesman will come on to serve for Washington. Huron's got to come up with a couple of plays here to stay alive. Serve receive Davis. Back set, right side. The tip by Fitzer. And blocked but straight down by Peterson. Fitzer gets Huron within 23-22. Again, one of those where I couldn't tell for sure which side of the net it landed on. Arian Fitzer, I have her for a half dozen on the kills. Ava Wambach in to serve and play back row for Huron, down one. And goes long. Oh, little limbo action there by Nesdahl. And it's match point for Washington at 24-22. Huron's got to make some plays. Chloe Peterson serving for the Warriors. Serve receive, Davis down to get it. Gergen back sets Carr, her hit. Back to the corner. It's there, here's the hit up the middle, dug out by Davis, saved by Wambach, free ball to cross by Hines. Ackerman will set, back set, right side hit, Harp to the corner, closes it out, and Washington picks up the win in three, but a competitive three, 26-24, 26-24, 25-22. Washington picks up the win. They're 7-3. Huron drops to 4-8. 2-minute timeout. Gary Zell Autoglass post game is next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Monday through Friday, 4 to 10, Saturday, 4 to 11, and open from lunch every Thursday at 11 to 2, and closed on Sunday. Friday Finger Restaurant and 8 Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Detroit.
At Car Chiropractic, we don't sports injuries just in the sideline and game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com. Average cookies will go to place for convenient, reliable oil changes. Fast, easy, no-pressure oil changes. Free service meal. No fucking need. See them in 1159 Court Avenue North. Look at them hard. 352-65. Adams Cookies also has tire repair, batteries, and filters. Working early and open at 8 a.m. every day except Sundays. Trust your family's vehicle with Adams Cookies. 1159 Court Avenue North. Adams Cookies is outside your Adams Sports. Godfather's Pizza Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from this realistic menu? Then dine in and try the famous Godfather's today, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. For local ales, for South Bend, for Hyde, Derrick, and the rest of the pizza crew. For locals on 195 25th Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Tiger 95 and 1340 KIJZ.
Welcome back to Washington. The Warriors, there are sweeps and then there are sweeps. This is a sweep that was competitive beginning to end. When you look at it, Washington outscored Huron tonight by 7 points, winning the first two sets by 2 and the final set by 3. So that's about as tight as a volleyball match can get. Well, the tightest would be outscoring them by 6. So valiant effort here. Tigers are playing better, but it still goes up as a loss here tonight against the Washington Warriors. Let's run down the stats that I have. Washington now 7-3 on the season. Hannah Nesdahl had 3 aces. 3 kills for Finley Lingenfeld, 3 kills for Jersey Peterson, 2 kills, 3 aces, Megan McCloskey, 11 kills, 3 aces, Dana Harp, 1 ace for Emily Ackerman. Abrielle Perry had 10 kills tonight, 6 kills, 1 ace for Chloe Peterson. Jade Jerry had 8 kills. For Huron, now 4-8 on the season, Jency Gergen with 2 kills, 5 for Chloe Carr. Hilton Hines had an ace, Kaya Cheddar had an ace. Kyla Pesky had a kill, 9 kills, 1 ace, Addie Knight, 11 kills, 1 ace for Allie Davis. Arian Fitzer had 6 kills, 4 for Jaylee Olson, and an ace for Ava Wambach. So competitive volleyball, but just enough plays made by the Sioux Falls Washington Warriors, and they win it 26-24, 26-24, 25-22. Huron now is back at home at the arena Thursday. Sioux Falls Lincoln comes to town. Lincoln is a team that's been on the upward swing the last couple of years. Right now they got a pretty tight match going with Mitchell, however. But that's Lincoln coming in Thursday. And, of course, Friday we have another road trip out west for high school football. Huron Tigers at Douglas. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes. Remember, still come up. Coach Lean will come to talk about this one. We will pick our Signature Plus player of the game, run down some scores as well. That's all coming up here on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post game, continuing on Dakota Sports.
For the Huron Tigers, the doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant teeth screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Basin Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, everything, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goes heaven. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Basin Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls, Washington. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game continues. A tight match tonight, but Washington does win it in straight sets, 3-0, 26-24, 26-24, 25-22. Have both soccer scores in now. The Huron girls fell to Pierre 10-0 today. I believe that was out in Pierre. Huron boys fell 2-0 to the Governors. AA volleyball scores tonight. Watertown's now up 2-1 on Brookings. 25-18, 23-25, 25-23. Jefferson has swept Yankton tonight, 25-20, 14-19. Harrisburg has swept Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 25-14, 14-19. Lincoln's now up 2-1 on Mitchell. Mitchell took the first set 25-23, then Lincoln's controlled the last two, 25-11 and 25-11. Brandon Valley's up 2-0 on Class A. Dakota Valley 27-25, 25-16, and that's what I have for AA volleyball scores here this evening. Some area scores: Hitchcock Tulare swept Sunshine Bible 25-13, 14-8. Corsica Stickney up on Wessington Springs 2-0, 25-18 and 13. Clark Willow Lake has swept DeSmit 25-22, 20 and 22. And see if I got anything else from the area that we can pass along as well. Northwestern swept Redfield tonight 25-16, 21 and 19. And Miller's up 2-0 on Chamberlain, 25-14, 25-11. So that is your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Seven Sons Heating and Air, 111 Dakota Avenue North, 605-352-5316. They are our scoreboard update sponsor. Still haven't seen the players come out, so still waiting on Coach Lean as well. We'll continue the Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame. Still have that Signature Plus player of the game to select. We'll take a timeout, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Insurance review with Blaine Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for a personalized apparel such as t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, beauty sports and clothes. About signs, logos, and vinyl graphic set props. Beauty sports and clothes. Proud sponsor of the time is Beauty Sports, downtown Huron. With over 130 stores in 12 states, Timberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Timberland is America's #1 dealer for ready-to-wear furniture. Timberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Timberland Shop is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is rated integrity of your neighbors in Huron. For the best brands at the best prices, truly local service. Turn to 49 Furniture of Huron.
Treat yourself right and have the Dairy Queen of Huron. The August blizzard of the month is Reese's Caramel Craze, and it's only for a limited time, so get your new favorite blizzard today. For birthdays or anniversaries, or for any occasion, get a DQ cake. Call 352-5097 or shop and order one for your party. Treat yourself and then reward yourself with the DQ app and download it today and save. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? But the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feed help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feed, your local feed supplier.
You're listening to the Huron Tigers on Dakota Sports KIJB.
Welcome back to Sioux Falls. Tigers drop it in 3 tonight. Very competitive match tonight, however, as we visit with Josh Lean, head coach of the Huron Tigers. And, Coach, I always say this in matches like this, there are sweeps, then there are sweeps. There are sweeps where one team just dominates the other. This one, every match was tight. I mean, well, we got outscored by 7 points in the 3 sets. So, I mean, we're playing better, but when it's a match like this, 1 or 2 plays makes the difference each set.
It does, and we talked that. That was my locker room discussion.
I wasn't in there.
Like I think we can look back on the match and find those 7 points somewhere, and every team probably does that. But at the end of the day, it's tough when we really didn't. I didn't feel like we stuck with the scouting report incredibly well either. But I was wrong in the fact that our hitters did a nice job of staying in the game. Would I have liked to have, gotten our middles a little bit more incorporated always, right? Most coaches do. But at the end of the day, we really didn't win the serve and pass battle like we need to in the event that we're going to be successful. So I knew that Sioux Falls had 2 really good servers. Their libero and then Dana, number 7. But they really at times took it to us, and we really weren't able to move our feet. We weren't able to get our platform out, and they beat us up a little bit. So I wasn't prepared for that. The pregame show, I told you that I felt like we could play with these guys out of system, and I really thought like our out of system balls were productive, and they were trying to score, and we were really looking for hands and trying to tool off the block. But Washington's out of system balls, they played better tonight out of system than we were ready for. So, 7 points total. Sucks to go 3-0. We were very competitive in all 3 of them. We just didn't really ever find our rhythm at any point. And credit Washington for keeping us kind of in a chaotic environment that we survived a lot of, but we just weren't able to come ahead on the scoreboard at really most moments of the night.
Our signature plus player of the game will go with Addie Knight tonight. I think I had her for 9 kills and an ace. And, she had the tremendous night serving last Thursday against Brookings. And, she's expected to play all around. One of our several girls that come off the court. And, after a while, you're taking a beating out there.
Yeah, and, the one thing that I'm proud of today, and you probably talked through it in set one, I pulled Addie off.
Yes.
Addie had a bad start. She really was struggling early, and we talk about how teams they scout too, right? They know what our passing numbers are and where our weaknesses are, and I wouldn't expect anything less out of Kelly here at Washington, and they targeted her early, and she really dug herself into a mental hole, and so we pulled her off. And I simply gave her the green light to go back in when she was ready. And so, we could credit Cam Fuchs for coming in and really taking care of, the gap while Addie got herself together. And so, it's hard to do that. We talk about growing as athletes and finding that maturity. And I thought Addie did a really nice job tonight, turning her light from red back to green and getting out there and continuing to be productive. Because sometimes, and maybe you saw it in a few other players, once our light turns away from green, we really struggle to figure out how to get it back there. And I'm really proud of Addie for doing that tonight.
And so now we look ahead Thursday, Sioux Falls, Lincoln. Last I checked, they were up 2-1 on Mitchell. Mitchell took the first set in a close one. Then Lincoln had a couple of rather large wins in the second and third sets. But Lincoln, just you look back 2-3 years, that's a program that's just slowly bringing itself back.
Yeah, and they've got some weapons that we're going to struggle with on Thursday, and we really got to hit the gym on tomorrow after school and work on that scouting report hard. They've got a left-handed setter who's young and athletic, and she's always a threat to score. And then they have a left-handed opposite, which is hard to deal with when we don't have a left-handed kid to swing at her at us in our gym to mimic her. And so we're really going to have to work hard with our block, being disciplined on knowing exactly who's a threat to score. The good news is in the front row, it's either the left-handed setter or the left-handed opposite, and not both. We can't lose our discipline and lose track of that. So it's a unique challenge that we've got to really work hard to overcome. But the reality is it's an uphill battle. Again, we didn't bring our best serve and pass tonight, and the practice plan is going to be heavy on that again tomorrow. And so hopefully on Thursday on our court with our fans and the Huron Arena environment, we've just got to be better in that facet so that we get everybody involved. And it's not just going to be Addie who really shows up. I credit Allie Davis. She had a decent night as well where she really kept us in the game and made some smart shots. And she's not going to be perfect, even though, I think I expect her to be sometimes. But she's strong. She's a good kid. She made some really good shots tonight with the ball and was intelligent with how she handled it. We mixed in a little bit of Arian on the opposite pin and Kyla Pesky on the opposite pin. We were really just looking for a blocking matchup that, sometimes as a coach, you got to find that spark, and we were trying to figure out what that looked like. But it just wasn't enough tonight. So, Lincoln's an uphill battle. I think they're probably, in my opinion, a tougher team to defend than Washington tonight. So we really got to focus tomorrow. We got our work cut out for us on Thursday.
And one last quick thing here is I know you got to get on the bus, long ride home, a school day tomorrow, but you are currently getting set. 2 weeks from tonight is Breast Cancer Awareness Night right now. The focus is primarily getting items on that silent auction, and if the kids haven't come around or somebody hasn't come around, you can call anybody with the program too.
Reach out to the volleyball program, reach out to the athletic department or the activities department at Huron High School, and they'll get you in touch with anybody who's willing to come and get your donation, and then we will really showcase that during the silent auction. And again, all proceeds as we know stays local right here at the HRMC Foundation. And so I'm really proud of this effort that the girls go through every year to just remind us how important this fight is. And believe it or not everything is as important as a volleyball match. These kinds of battles are affect all of us and our families, and so if you have something you're willing to donate as a local business, just reach out and we'll make sure we send somebody your way to gather.
Josh Lean, head coach of the Tigers. Tigers falling 3 tonight. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute. Wrap it up on Dakota Sports.
And breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab